It started like any other morning. The streets of Atlanta were alive with their usual energy, honking cars, bustling pedestrians, and a city that never seems to rest. But something happened that changed everything. A young black woman stood at the corner of Pine and 14th Street. Her name was Erica Johnson. What happened next would ignite a debate that the entire nation would come to hear about. The question is, what really happened that day, and why did it divide not just the officers involved, but an entire community? Could one moment define years of systemic tension, or was this about something much deeper? Stay with me. Before we get into the shocking twist that no one saw coming, let me remind you, this story is far from ordinary, and I'll need your thoughts on this one. Hit that subscribe button and drop a comment as you listen, because by the end, you'll have your own questions to answer. Let's go back to the beginning. Erica Johnson was just 27 years old. A mother of two, she worked 2 jobs to make ends meet. That morning, she was on her way to her second shift at a downtown diner. She was running late. Wearing a bright yellow sweater and carrying her purse, she stepped off the curb. Witnesses said she looked distracted, checking her phone. That's when the patrol car rolled up. Officers Greg Mason and Tyrell Carter were on duty. Erica crossed the street against the light, and the cruiser slowed to a stop. What happened next became a moment frozen in time. Officer Mason leaned out of the window. His voice carried, sharp and firm. Witnesses say he shouted, "Hey, stay on the sidewalk." Erica turned, and what should have been a brief exchange escalated in ways no one could predict. By the time Officer Tyrell Carter stepped out of the vehicle, everything was already in motion. Words were exchanged. Tensions grew. But here's where things took a turn no one expected. A slap, a shocking, sudden slap across Erica's face. From the officer, what led to that moment? And how did his partner, standing right beside him, respond? The slap wasn't just seen, it was recorded. A bystander pulled out their phone and captured the entire incident. Within hours, the video hit social media, and outrage spread like wildfire. But here's the part no one talks about. Officer Greg Mason didn't support his partner's actions. Not at all. In fact, Mason stepped in between Carter and Erica, telling his partner to stand down. Some say Mason's intervention was brave. Others called it too little, too late. Either way, the damage was done. But this is where things get complicated. Who was Erica Johnson, and why did this one incident become a flashpoint for something much larger? And why did it drive a wedge between the 2 officers, partners who had served together for 6 years? To understand the full story, we need to look at the bigger picture. Officer Tyrell Carter wasn't new to the job. He joined the force with a mission to protect and serve. But those who knew him described him as a man growing weary of the job. "It changes you," one fellow officer said about the pressures they faced daily. Was this just a moment of frustration boiling over? Or was something else at play? Greg Mason, on the other hand, was known as the calm one, the voice of reason. That day, he reportedly told Erica, "We're sorry for what happened," while pulling his partner aside. But for Erica, the apology wasn't enough. The slap wasn't just about her. It was about something bigger. What came next was something no one could have predicted. Erica decided to file a formal complaint against Officer Carter. But here's the twist. The split between the 2 officers wasn't just professional. It was personal. They were more than partners. They were lifelong friends. And Erica's case didn't just challenge the officer who struck her. It put Mason in an impossible position. Would he defend his friend? Or would he stand with Erica, the victim? The investigation revealed something else. Erica wasn't just another pedestrian. She had her own history with the justice system, one that Officer Carter wasn't aware of. The case became about more than one slap. It was about trust, accountability, and the invisible lines that divide us. In the end, the slap led to an internal review. Officer Carter faced disciplinary action, while Mason was praised for stepping in. But the fallout didn't stop there. Erica's story became a rallying cry for change in Atlanta, leading to new policies on officer conduct and community relations. And as for the two officers, they never worked together again. Carter left the force within months, while Mason stayed, determined to rebuild trust in the community. But here's the real question. What does justice look like in situations like this? Is it enough to punish the person who acted out? Or do we need to dig deeper into the system that allows these moments to happen? That's where you come in. What would you do if you were in Officer Mason's shoes or Erica's? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if this story resonated with you, hit that subscribe button to join the conversation. Together, we can learn from stories like these and create a better future. Thank you for watching. Remember, every story has lessons to teach us. Until next time, stay safe and take care.